Welcome to Simply Craftastic. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a running canvas depicting all the seasons and months of the year. If you are a teacher looking to create a teaching aid, or a parent looking for a project to do with your child, maybe you'll find this helpful. To start, let us fold the chart paper in half and then once again in quarters. Make sure the folds are neat and even. With a box cutter, we are going to split the paper in 4 quarters. Now the length of this particular paper is a little less than 36 inches. We only need 2 quarters, which we are going to measure and fold once again so that we get 6 equal pages. So this is how we're going to fold it. First at 5.5 inches, 11, 16.5, 22, 27.5 and 33. There's a little excess, but we'll deal with that later. Now we join both parts together by sticking it at one end fold so that they overlap to form one continuous sheet. Now that we have our 12 individual sections, let's add on the seasonal elements. So to start with, we're going to take our sponge and a little dark blue paint to paint the first 2 pages for January and February so that we get a darker winter sky. Once that is done, we flip the book over and do the last 2 pages for November and December. Wait for it to dry and then write the months. Now for the winter months, make 2 strips of the white art sheet and cut it so it is shaped like the snow slopes. Stick it to the winter months of January and February and trim the edges. Now moving on to the end, we'll do the same for November and December. And now this is when we would trim off the excess paper. Randomly stick on the snowflakes so you have a nice winter effect. Of course, you don't have craft punches available, you can always go ahead and buy ready stickers from any stationery store. Now for summer, just like with the white art sheets, we're going to make strips of green paper and fringe it either with a regular scissor or a fringing scissor if you have one. I do have grass die cuts, so I'm going to go ahead and use these. They're quite pretty and they really add something to the project. With your glue, go ahead and stick them in the months of March and May. For April, we're going to go ahead and use the smaller piece of grass because we're going to stick the little boy and girl dressed in summer wear. So with your foam tape, go ahead and stick them to the month of April. I did forget to do this earlier, so we have punch numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these for all the months of the year. You can write with a pen if you wanted to, but I wanted a raised effect, so I've stuck these ready-made punched numbers. Back to summer. Now we go ahead and stick some of the punched flowers just to make it look nice and colorful. Then come the clouds and of course the summer sun. After summer comes the rainy season. So here we're going to go ahead and use our acetate sheet or OHP sheet. Cut it into strips. I've taken it approximately 2 inches by 5 inches, which is the height of the booklet. Now fringe the acetate as neatly as you can. This does get a little slippery, but just go slow. Now for the raindrops, I'm using silver glitter outliner. So just tiny little dashes alternately as you feel like, and keep them to dry. They do take a little bit of time to dry, but they look quite pretty once it's done. And I did stick double-sided tape at the top that you can see over there. So that'll just make it that much easier to stick it to the booklet itself. 8 strips for each of the 4 months of the rainy season. And to add the rain clouds, I've gone ahead and already spray painted cotton that was a little grey. I didn't want to dip it in paint because the cotton just became too stiff. And then we have the girl and the boy in their rainwear. After rains comes October. Go ahead and stick the trunk of a tree, the green textured paper that form the branches, October sun, and some punched leaves that represent fall. And finally, the last 2 months, we stick the girlet boy in their winter wear. And there you have it, a completed booklet or running canvas showing you all the months of the year. Overall, I'm quite happy with how this project turned out, and if you like it, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe and comment down below.